What is going on there?
That's a microphone.
Let's leave it there because I guarantee everybody will be pissed off. Deal?
Deal.
Let's roll.
Stop radio DJ dancing.
It's all in the shoulder. You just got to give it. Look at that. Look at that. I'll tell you what, when the ladies see me in the car and I've got a bit of sear on, Elastic Heart featuring Shia LaBeouf, and I'm giving it some of that, they look at me and they go, sex god. And I'm like, oh,
look at that guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's
if I could do this with my shoulder, imagine what I could do with my dick. Something similar, probably. Something similar. How are you guys? Are you feeling delicious? Are you feeling lovely? Are you feeling all that? Why have we got Flodo from the Shire and We've got Flodo from the Shire and Brodo from Bag End. Are you two friends? Are you forming? Let's say that one of you is this.
Sword fights.
One of you is this. Are you forming a link?
No, mate. Sword fights.
Sword fights. Coloured condoms. Did you know that's a movie? I saw it when I was a teenager.
What?
There is a movie that's a porno that is gladiatorial in nature and does involve fights, combat penises with different coloured condoms. That exists. That's the thing.
It'd be good though if you could, if you had custom condoms.
It's not a gay movie. It is. It's hetero in nature.
Yeah.
But it is gladiatorial dick combat, and I, for one, just wouldn't take part. I find that a little bit strange. Would you get involled? If I offered to cross swords with you, you'd go down for it.
If I could have a condom that was basically a sigh. Where it had two bits that came off the side.
Yeah, I think you can mock your condom.
Then
it's standard issue. Would you flavour it? Would you flavour it? Would you allow the stink? You'd be like a poisoner, like an alchemist.
You'd have like a little, you'd sheath. Then you'd have a little vial of like a rogue's poison, but it could be like a banana.
Oh, yeah? Sheath.
Yeah, cheesecake.
Where's that word from?
Sheath.
It's like lube. It just sounds filthy.
It's one of them words that women don't like either. No. There's someone who's watching who hates the word moist.
Nothing wrong with moist.
Moist
is inviting.
Moist
is inviting.
It is. By nature, it's
dry,
inviting.
Sandy, not for me. Moist.
I'm there.
Like a nice, fine, moist towelette.
Like a
or
moist...
do you want a dry, sandy towelette?
No, like a moist chocolate cake.
That sounds gooey.
It is, mate.
That sounds gooey. How is everybody? With all the stuff that's going on in the world and in World of Warcraft, 6-point deuce.
I'm flat out now, so you're gonna have to transition back and feed me info, man.
What I thought we'd do is recently there have been many little things. Not enough to make a video on, really.
Right.
Without it being literally a 3-minute video. So I thought what we'd do for a little intro is just cover those little things.
Okay, that makes sense.
In a step-by-step process.
Makes sense to me.
But before we do that, now we've got Ghosty here. Let's look at some of the new transmogs.
Oh, the new tier sets.
We've got new tier sets for you, friend. And as you've been away from the World of Warcraft world, this should be a surprise to you and a delight, I suspect. An absolute delight.
I'm going to get me readers.
Before we go into it too deep, let's point out that some of these might be PvP sets, they might be tier sets, they might be all kinds of shenanigans, but still, there are sets.
That says to me that some of these are fucking hideous.
Now,
the fact that you've
Spoiler warning! Cover your ears! Spoiler warning! Yes, in fact. Are you ready? We're going to ride the disappointment train.
Wait. Oh, it totally works. Even though, look at my eyes, I look one-eyed.
Choo-choo. Now, this one's on the screen, so you've seen this. This is a warlock.
Clearly.
With a very angry penis.
Very angry penis.
What is that demonic codpiece about?
I'm going to be honest, mate. I like it.
I don't mind it. That bothers me, though.
Let me tell you why. And it is very... specific is I like caster sets that are in pants. However, having said that, that is the same model pants that is used in leather, mail, and plate. And there's not much cloth. There's not much cloth there. But I like the set. It's quite basic, but the colour. What do you think?
I like the colours. I like the design. I like the shoulders. I like the head. You've got a good crispness coming from the boots. I like the bitterness that comes in with here and the buttery gloves alongside it. But I tell you what does not belong on this plate, and that is that codpiece.
That's plate.
It's confused.
Oh, it's a Death Knight. I thought it was a Warlock. It's Death Knight, that, mate.
That's Death Knight. That's plate then, is
I
it?
thought it was fucking Warlock. That's plate.
With feathers.
Okay, I take
It's
everything
scales.
back.
I take it all back.
I take it
I
all
take
back.
it all back.
My bad. I thought it was a Warlock.
I take it all back.
I take it all back. It is now mediocre.
It is average at best for a D. There's a lack of skulls though.
Do you not think though, if that was for a Warlock, which it looks like it should
It'd be better.
it'd be better.
It would be better.
That sounds so stupid. The fact that it's still the same armor set for a different class. Who being a Warlock wouldn't want that?
Me.
Fuck off.
Tier 5. Enough said.
Is it a dress?
Corruptor set.
Is it a dress?
Of course it's a dress, because I'm a caster.
Because you're not a caster, mate.
I wield a tome.
You wield a vagina. Whoa!
Now, the Death Knight Rough. Yeah, it is rough. The file name is Death Knight Rough. That hood can't be right, can it? That's got to be missing something. Even the shoulders look angry. Don't they? Look at that face!
I don't even know where to start.
You're not feeling it? He's
No.
even got a broken bone on the pieces.
I think that's next season's non-epic PvP gear.
It could be the LFR set.
It could be LFR. Fuck LFR.
It could be the LFR set.
Hey, guys, who drew up that shitty DK set? Alright, bring it in for LFR.
Bring it in. Give it to... That's terrible.
That is hilarious.
It looks like something from Skyrim.
Why
like a
the
peasant.
hood?
But maybe it's not finished. Maybe.
Look at them little girly horns on the side of your head as well. You know what that looks like? It looks like pigtails.
It looks like a Viking stein. It looks like you're going to drink the beer out of it. Nice clothy hood. Druids! Oh, belly tops are in. And apparently the ability to see is out.
Do you know what I love about this? And I'm going to tell you straight off the bat. Here's the thing, right? It looks like nearly all the other Druid sets. But it's got the fell theme to it.
I don't like that at all.
Do you not? I
Even
love
with
the
its Tony
fact
Stark styles chest emblem.
they're keeping to the Druid style set, but they've put the fell bit into it. I like that they've done that.
You seem to have an affinity for the Druid sets and the weird branch
No, don't get me wrong.
styles.
I don't like the Druid sets. I like that one that looks like a wasp. Bzzz, but that sticks to the theme of Druid and fell.
It looks like the right type of armour.
Yeah,
It looks leathery. It does.
Exactly.
It looks like a leather-based armour, which I'll give it credit for, but I'm not feeling it.
That's the
A
same.
recolour. I like that. I actually don't mind it in the red and burgundy. Mocha and burgundy, I don't mind.
Mocha.
Crimson and chocolate, I don't mind. That was boring.
What's going on with these helmets?
Why did they give up as soon as they'd done the shoulders?
Why did it?
It's not even coloured in right, surely.
I do like the utility belt though.
Satchel. It's not a purse.
It's not a purse.
It's not a. It's a
How
man
dare
bag.
you.
And I've got my little sack of coins.
Yeah.
Why has he got? Is that for his bullets? I keep my bullets at the front.
No, mate. That's a kosh.
You think so?
He actually, when he runs out of ammo, he takes that pouch off because it's full of snooker balls.
There's no way you're fitting more than 2 or 3 snooker balls
That's all
in
you
that
need,
tiny
mate.
sack.
That's all you need. Yeah.
I don't think so.
What's that film called?
Why has he got a little sack? Oh, Scum, mate.
Scum. Never seen Scum.
Of course I've seen Scum.
Yeah, carry on,
I'm
boys.
British. I was born on Scum.
Yeah, you did.
Nothing like a good greenhouse buggery scene to tickle the senses.
Exactly.
To avoid Borstal. Don't want to end up in Borstal getting buggered in the greenhouse.
But yeah, not a fan.
That's garbage.
The helmets so far say to me, shit. They're all that. Oh, actually, why is?
I
look at
like
front of
the back.
helmet. That's what I was going to look
I
at.
like that tattery cape.
Look at the front of it. Why the hell's that on it if they're going to have that? Do you know what they should just have? A Green Arrow-esque hood. Not half fell, like corrupt bullshit, then hood. Just hood. Just hood. You know?
I like that back of the cape. He looks like a ranger
Exactly.
from the woods.
I like that.
But not with these shoulders, because
No.
a ranger from the woods would not have those shoulders.
And he wouldn't have that on the front of his headpiece as well.
What? You dislike this badge?
Look at the back of it.
I don't understand your problem. I don't understand where you're coming from.
Well, now.
It's about the... Oh, that's even better. so uninspired.
Mate, that headpiece has been used about 87 times. The only thing that's new on that set is the fucking utility belt. Everything else is just rehashed shit. There's nothing new about it.
That colour scheme's better. The colour scheme's better, but the armour itself is so.
That's got to be
bad.
PvP. That's the same colour as. No, actually, it's not. Ignore me, I'm being a spaz.
That's it's so average.
Yeah, massively.
That's mage. Wow, vibrant.
Very vibrant.
It seems Vision is out this year.
Do you know what I want to say to you? Those two are the most inconsistent colours,
aren't they?
At the top ever. That purple is glorious.
I like the blue as well.
It looks arcane. But what the fuck is that green doing on it?
I think because it's fell, they feel like they've got to stick green on everything.
You can do fell, but you can have it. I mean, you could have the purple. You could have those shoulders in that colour, but where it's got the light blue, you could have that in a luminous green.
It's so messy. Do you know what I mean?
It's awful, yeah.
It's so busy.
The colour schemes are terrible. That purple is such a good colour, and it's absolutely destroyed by the contrast of that green.
And you know what else is annoying me? It's too wide.
But even in black and white, it's still a shit-looking set.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so busy and messy. It looks like you threw up a little bit.
Those shoulders are horrible.
Do you think it's too wide to the point of just looking annoying?
What, the shoulders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just too wide. Like these horns are just. I don't know. I like some practicality that mixes in with the armours.
I'd like it
and
if
no
it
one would wear
matched
that
a bit more.
I'd like it if it matched. What I want is my set to match, if possible. That would be alright. Thanks very much. But there's no practicality there at all.
No,
do you know what I mean? That could be a visual effect. You know, something growing out of the shoulders and then disappearing, or even the horns coming out.
But just
like
the massive contrast in those two colours does not mix at all. It's bullshit. Monk.
No, I assume the chest isn't in. But I think I've seen this before, actually.
I've seen, the fucking whole headpiece.
And the belt. I think this looks like it's... I like
the stain's so close to previous sets. It's not inspiring at all.
I think... Is that all supposed to be out?
I will admit, I love the gloves.
Not like the bandaged look.
Hopefully that's not part of the top, because it doesn't look like the top's been implemented. But if that's the actual glove set, how good would that look on a sleeveless leather top with those fucking gloves going up your arm? I think that's really cool. That's annoying me now. That is annoying me.
Oh, you're getting rage?
Yeah, I'm getting rage. Look, Hunter, I love the fact the one piece, the utility belt, is unique that I've never seen or hardly seen on a set. That stood out, that one small piece. That set is so impossibly average, but them gloves could be used with loads of shit.
It's so impossibly average.
It is. Do you not agree?
It's so black.
Do you not agree?
It's so impossibly black.
Good for you.
I know, right?
Okay, same as.
Yeah.
But that colour set with the chest piece from the rare spectral bear that you get, which is a blue leather chest piece. I have that, by the way. That would go perfect with it. And
yeah, I
like it. I like it.
I don't like it on humans because they have them banana hands for some reason.
Weird, isn't it?
Why are their hands like that?
Maybe they've got huge dicks.
No, I don't think so.
I'd like to think they have.
I don't think so.
The set is okay. It's a DK colouring though. Please tell me there's a different colour for that set. I know it's a paladin.
I tell you what, I like that armour.
Like
another colour.
It looks like there was a DK set that looks like PvP colours.
Let's go to
that.
Oh, that's much better. That's
really nice. It's still subtle. It's not.
What do you think them shoulders do?
I don't know.
Think they wave or flap or something? Because it's standard now. I like that helmet.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the. I'm pretty sure it's the Fireland set. You know, as that sort of backplate helmet.
Yes, it does. Yeah. The sets they're very very subtle. They're not flamboyant, so it makes me think that these aren't the next full sets. Surely.
I'm pretty sure they are going this way. I mean, we're going to Hellfire, so that's the new race.
I mean, I like it. I do like it.
I like that. I actually really like the belt. Yeah. For the first time in WoD, I like the belt.
Well, the third image long, does that not speak to you a little bit? It's away from your chest.
I know the design though. I really like that compared to like these stupid. I mean, I know it's large, but it doesn't look like an obnoxious belt buckle like the others.
But I like it. The thing is, from the shoulders down, apart from the belt, you've seen that model on so many different standard sets, but it doesn't mean that it's bad. I like it. It is plate.
It is plate.
I actually prefer this one. I don't.
I think I prefer that one.
That's a DK colour set.
I don't like that one. I think it's a bit boring.
I like his robot. That looks like the old Dragon Soul Warrior PvP.
That's Star Wars.
Boba Fett?
Isn't that a Star Wars helm? With the line going across and down the middle?
Yeah, but that's been in so many Paladins.
Has it really?
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they were making a little touch. Ooh. Priest!
Now, it looks like the priest.
Oh, that moves.
He's got a bell on his belt.
Oh, he's got his little bell. Bring out your dad. Bring out your dad.
He wants his dinner.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh, I think it's a twinkler.
Yeah, it's a dinner
It's
bell.
not a shaker. It's twinkler.
It's a twinkler.
It's a twinkler.
Well, it looks like he came to raid and forgot his clothes, so he got what he could of his own gear, then legged it into the druid changing room.
Why is that on the front?
Stole the shoulders.
That's on the front, look. It comes in.
Just on the front.
And it goes up and down. Look at it. You see it's up there and down there. Why is it on the front?
Yeah, but scroll over it, such. It's just on the front. How shit does that look now? It does. If it came out the middle,
God.
if it came out the middle, forgivable. Just on the front, it's like a cardboard cutout.
And why is it at such an angle?
I don't know.
That looks like if you were with somebody, you just put
Is
them
it
in the
supposed
eye.
to be demon wings? Look
From
at
the
that.
front?
I can only tell by the last picture. You get what I'm saying, don't you?
Yeah, you're thinking like the Warlock thing.
But it's still ugly as dicks.
Why is it at the front?
And that bell's not attached to anything.
What?
Do you know what I do like in terms of belt stuff? Is the Paladin set that's got a fucking tome on his belt.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's a cool idea. Wings, mate. Called it! Oh, there's so many things that I need to say called it tonight, like you wouldn't believe. But let's carry on.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
See, that's a priest
That
now.
looks really good. I'm not on a human male.
Now you're in Priestville, Tennessee.
Yeah,
but
that's
wings,
so much better. And
the wings should incorporate, if it's going to be on the one of the sides, it should incorporate the front and the back, because if it's just on the front, like you can see on the far right,
and it's not sticking forward on this one.
it looks so standard. I don't like it. It should be in the middle.
Can I just
or
check
both.
something? Oh yeah, no, I was just saying that design on there looks really like it's got a lot of detail on it there. I didn't notice on
That looks like a priest. I like that.
That's much better.
Yeah.
Oh.
Middle one's the best with the white.
Yeah, the middle one is by far the best.
Looks like devout again. Is it devout?
No, devout's well, it's got the over the shoulder things.
That's what I mean.
It hasn't got front nipple wings, that's for sure. It hasn't got rib wings.
Oh wow.
That looks mean.
I like that. That's very. This is what I'm saying about subtlety. It's a rogue, get it?
Yeah.
But that looks like a fucking assassin.
That dagger belt is legit.
Yeah, that looks like an assassin.
That's so
I'm
good.
well on board for that.
I like it. It looks a bit platey with the glimmer, but I'll let it slide.
That looks like an assassin. It's so cool.
That'll look really cool. It's not over the top at all.
No.
And everything's poison tipped.
But this
Don't
is
touch
it.
me.
A lot of people hate it when they don't get their flamboyant sets. I can't stress enough how cool subtlety can be, and that's a fucking prime example.
Less is more, son.
But look at it though. Just go back one sec. Look at it like in terms of most of the armour is very matching and so basic, but the belt, the shoulders, and the head are the standout parts of the armour, and it doesn't look like the part of a different
That's
set.
the best belt I've seen in WoD.
It's cool.
That is the best. That is the because it's perfect. It's exactly
Yeah.
what you want. I mean, you don't really want poison blades near
Is it
your dick.
alternate colours?
That's a granted. Yes.
Oh, show me.
Bad.
Oh, no way.
I don't like that
Different helmet.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Even though it looks like
It looks
a smiley
like Shredder.
face. Looks like a smiley face.
Well, yeah, but it's marked, isn't it? It's been grazed by
It's
action.
not as good a colour scheme as the first one that we just saw.
No, especially because the dagger's still green to show the poison, but the shoulders aren't green anymore.
Yeah, it's not got that outline.
So it's like I can't afford more poison.
Same sort of vein as the top one.
I'm
I
sure
don't
it's not
mind
much
it.
bigger.
I
Yeah,
don't
let's
mind
see.
it.
That is
Same sort
Shredder.
of vein as the other one. Oh, that's like a samurai, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I can't get past that. Now look at the mask. It's a smiley face.
It's a smiley face!
Can you not see
I
it?
can't hack it anymore.
You're not going to be able to fucking... You're not going to be able to take that out of your head now.
But which rogue is not wearing curse vision?
Me. Eye patch, bro.
Exactly.
Learn to Slade. But that's actually a good set. The rogue's my favourite so far.
I think rogue helms are always going to be like... Careface, really. Really Careface. Shaman!
Oh my god.
God, it just
What
my
are
eyes.
these headpieces?
My fucking eyes, dude. Jesus. I don't even want to look at it.
When you look at some of the past shaman sets, which
Why is it all
are
the different symbols?
the shaman set, well, the runes, aren't they?
But how many do you need?
A lot.
Apparently.
Some of the shaman, for me, the shaman has got some of the most loud, flamboyant sets, and some of them are amazing. That is a bad example of mediocre.
This is a terrible example of that.
You know what I mean? Though, look at put the context next to it. The Rogue, very subtle, looks sleek, amazing. That is just...
It's just a mess.
Fuck it.
It's like another rune. Let's put a little smidgy one down here for the ladies. More on the back. Oh, there's some on the arse as well. Gotta have your arse runes. Look, I've got my reverse. Oh god, he's got a butthole rune.
Oh my god, he has.
With a penis going into it.
Do you know what?
With two balls. Look at this.
Do you know my train of thought for transmog sets? Oh, don't go to the arsehole. You went to the arsehole.
With a dick aiming at it. You got fucked.
Yeah, but look, what's worse? Can you see the mouse cursor on the screen? Okay,
yeah.
That's the butthole. What does this look like
That's
going
what I'm
into
saying.
the butthole?
It's got a dick going into the butthole. It's literally a "you got fucked" emblem stamped on your ass.
Wow.
It's just the biggest. Or that can either be a dick going into the arsehole or it's a middle finger. It could be anything you want. But either way, it's a fuck you.
We're never going to let you forget that this exists on your tier piece.
Yeah. Congratulations on wearing the butt fucking tier set.
I need my shoulders of the butt fuck.
It's literally, it's a middle finger or it's a butt fuck you.
No,
either way.
That is a dick and a set of balls.
That is terrible. That is so bad. Please tell it's on every set.
Yes.
Thank God.
That colour set's better. It reminds me of the tabard.
It's so busy.
The set, I don't like the set, do not get me wrong. That headpiece is atrocious as well, but that colour scheme, it's the same as a Rogue. Best set.
Best set.
Best set.
Best set. I'm going to start closing some of these because there's so
many.
What is
that?
This is Shaman again. Yep. Confirmed. The butt fucking is there. Confirmed. Definite Shaman set. I don't mind that. It's just too much. I'd like to like it.
I like that colour scheme. I don't like
exactly, but it just
sets.
needs turning down a bit.
They don't need turning down at all.
No, I mean just in design. It just doesn't need all this shit all over it. If it had less runes, I think it'd look miles better.
No, I don't agree. I think if you're going to be subtle, it needs to be good subtle. That just looks like bored. Alright, we need to make a shaman set. Let's just sketch something up. What have we used on everything else? We've used runes. Right, we've got no other ideas. Cover it in runes.
So I'm saying just a bit less and a bit more. None of these stand out to me because there's just so many of them.
That's what I always say is look at the tier sets. Wow, liking this.
Really?
Look at the tier sets. Yeah, I'll tell you why in a minute.
All right.
But look at it and all you gotta say to yourself is, would I ever use that as a transmog? Now it looks like two hands are jerking it off. Is that what you're gonna say? Is that what you were going to say? It looks like it's getting jerked off.
It's the ball tickler. It looks like someone's tickling your nuts. Look at that face that goes with it.
Dude, I think ignoring the hands, because what's going to make it worse is that the hands are a skin, it's not part of the model, so it'll be flat on it. Do you not think they'll look like the shoulders? I really like the shoulders. Look at them.
I love the shoulders, but that face is so. I really love the iron crown.
I like the headpiece as well.
I love the iron crown. I just don't. I think the face looks goofy as shit.
But the other thing that I don't like about that is the fact that the chest in the center could have been utilized much better, and obviously the jerking you off skull hands.
That's not the goofiest face you see.
No!
It looks like sort of from Thunderbirds.
And the Iron Crown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Iron Crown is legit. I think that looks really cool.
You know what I'd like to see?
An Iron Crown of Thorns. That's
because
a cool
it's
idea.
not just the Iron Crown that they've got it on, they've got it across the chest piece. If the chest piece had more of those chains going across it,
yeah,
like a damned sort of character.
Like Hellraiser. You ever seen Hellraiser?
I've never seen it, no.
There's a lot of chains involved in Hellraiser.
But yeah.
With hooks.
Or even some of that fell stuff on the shoulders that were going onto the chest. But the fact that chest is so bleh, I don't like it. But the rest of the set, it's a good set, I like it. Most of the sets.
But why the hands though? I don't know.
If they were part of the models, I'd see it, but they're not the part of the skin. Shitter colour. No mouth either.
And it hasn't got the goofy face though. There's a lack of goofy face.
Do you not think in that face there, it looks like you're doing this?
My balls are tickling.
The rest of the colour schemes just don't. Yeah, the rest of the colour schemes just do not work.
A blue and gold wall.
Look at that though. He's got two hands on his back part and his cheeks. Dude. Yeah.
No way.
Shows your bumhole. There it is.
Why has he got the bum cheeks being spread?
Everything has got a very, very, very arse-related...
Why have he spreading cheeks and he's got the red hole of... Just to make sure. Why is he spreading cheek?
He wants you to see his brown eye.
It's a perma-prostate exam.
Exactly.
It's a perma-prostate. I'm dreading looking at Warrior. You know why? The last year's Warrior set was so good.
Let's just do it. Oh my god. Keep your last tier of Warrior because that is fucking hilarious.
What is that?
I don't get what's going on.
What happened there? Oops.
Do you know what I've noticed? The pattern.
Show the guy making the model.
Do you know what I've noticed? It includes a rogue as well, but in the rogue it works. It seems that they've put their focus on the head and the shoulders and the belt. The chest, the legs, the boots, the gloves, they all are so mediocre, standard, generic pieces that they've not bothered trying with them. Even though in this case, well, the rogue's case, those pieces that they've tried with look good. In this case, those pieces they've tried with are suck. Look at that belt. Why is the belt that colour? Never mind the model.
I don't understand.
Why is the belt that colour? I don't understand what's going on.
I just don't get it.
Let me scroll over. Look at that. That's some protrusion.
That's pretty standard for one of those kind of belts.
Yeah.
But what is happening there?
Is there another colour scheme that we can have a look at? Looks like that old DK PvP set. A better colour scheme.
That colour scheme could make that work.
See, now look, that's not got the fell shit on it, and they're just big blades now.
Yeah, that looks better.
Yeah. Like the eyes.
I really like the eyes on that, actually.
Not a fan, man.
No, I'm not a fan of that.
Not a fan at all.
I like the brown one in the middle. I think the brown in the middle could maybe rescue it. That could maybe rescue it. That wouldn't look too bad. That would probably look ridiculous on a Tauren, though. Well, most things do.
Yeah.
Because they just get too big. That one, I mean, on a smaller character, that could look really good. Where a lot of the excess is
I don't
kind of
understand
drifted
though how
away.
far you can fall from grace where your next tier piece in this expansion is massively different from what you got from the previous tier. I think these are not, they can't be the, I don't think that, even though he says it, and it's on a very reliable source, I can't believe that's the actual tier set. It might be the out of tier plate set.
It says here it's tier 18 warrior.
I know, but I can't believe it.
And that one's mythic warrior. So that would be like the one you're striving for.
Good luck, boys.
Set your goals high. Now, obviously, it's still early days. So that's all of them. Opinions overall. Anything you can see mixed in?
Fucking shocking, man. Absolutely shocking.
I don't know how that's come. It must have been a playlist. I'm a filthy liar. Arcane 2v2 skirmishes. I tell you who was not watching PvP. Me. Me. But hopefully LFR gets. There's too many colour schemes for the LFR set because there's only one LFR set.
You gotta think of PvP as well as like 3 different
yeah, the Conquest set. And
that rogue set was the winner for me.
Yeah, the rogue set's pretty standout. There's some very shady goings on there.
Yeah, I mean the dark red paladin set, the white priest set, honourable mentions, but the rogue set was just head and shoulders above. That fucking colour scheme is the worst. That.
Do you think there's some? Let's be skeptics. Do you think there's some, because of transmog, that there's less of a desire to make something cool?
Absolutely.
Do you think that a lot of it feels like it goes to waste anyway? So I can't imagine that being the case, that you wouldn't try to... I mean, you would like to be the designer that says, everyone transmogs this, everyone goes tier 2 pally set, judgment set, boom,
wouldn't you like to be the head designer in a team of designers who says, look, with transmog in the game, most players are no longer going to want to wear your designed items. You're designing them, as soon as people get them, they're going to transmog them. I don't want it to be like that. I want you to fucking knock something out of the park with your designs where people will want you to fucking transmog this latest tier set. That should be, in any fucking line of work, that should be your mindset. People want to wear this.
You want some stats to come in where people are transmogging less.
That is literally just... Fuck it. I mean, that purple DK set is well left field, but I mean, okay, you could make that work, but...
That's what people say, who cares, they're going to transmog anyway. That's the point. As a designer, you want to come back and say, what's happening? People who are raiding, or whatever, wherever you get it, or PvP, and are transmogging less. Good job.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you want. Good job. People are transmogging their armor less. Or when they get the full set or whatever, they're not transmogging it. They're using the full set. Honest though, I showed you before the start, I've gone to my full rogue set.
Is that Admiral Taylor's greatsword? Can you get that now?
I don't know.
Oh, yay! They're bringing it in so you can transmog into it. You could always get the sword. Admiral Taylor's great sword, you get it from a quest, but you could never transmog it, and it was a fucking big outcry for transmoggers like myself. But now, 6.2, you can transmog into it. I think that's a really good looking sword, do you not? You not think?
I'd never even heard of it until you just pointed it out then.
Cock.
I just changed to my rogue set. I actually think it looks pretty decent now that it's complete.
But even though the rogue set for the next tier
it doesn't look like a rogue.
Set, no, well, here's the thing. It looks
Let
like...
me put the swords on it and then you shoot yourself.
I'll shit myself.
the matching swords that go with it are a thing. But it's the first time since WOD that I decided to not transmog my character anymore. I'll do it this way. Easier. I think it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. Compared to, I mean, it doesn't look like a rogue at all. It's too beefy. But I think as a set, it doesn't look too shabby.
But here's the thing, you focus on the subtlety of a rogue, whereas combat's like a swashbuckler. There's no subtlety in that at all.
No, that's what I mean. It doesn't look like a rogue, but I don't mind the armour. Does that make sense? I don't like it as a rogue set.
Oh, as a
I don't like it as a rogue set, but I don't
like
mind
it
the
as a
armour.
rogue set because to me that's not beefy enough to be a warrior. That's just someone with 2 fucking blades who looks like they're still nimble enough to fuck you over.
It's because it's got all these big iron chains and
you've
shit
got
on
the
it.
monk-skinned gloves, haven't you?
Yeah,
I see them there. The stone gloves.
I don't know. Just whatever mythic gloves I happen to have.
But yeah, the tabard, man.
Well, I just turned my transmog off. That was it. Because I actually was like, I wonder what it looks like now. I had all mythic armor. I was like, I wonder what it actually looks like. And I thought, yeah, it's not too bad. And plus, I've had the same transmog forever, so it made sense for me to give it up a little bit and go back to it. Now, can I ask you a question? In all honesty, in front of these people, these wonderful, awesome people who are watching us tonight,
If you'd like.
do you know what the legendary ring does?
Couldn't give a shit.
That means a no. Excellent. That means we can see your genuine reaction.
I was actually revealing what it's supposed to do.
Now, it sounds sarcastic, and a lot of people read into the sarcasm a little bit, and I do think I think I was right on this. So 6.2 is coming. Final major patch of WOD looks like.
Really?
Oh yes. Looks like it's going to be the lasty one. Looks like, not confirmed. Looks like it.
Okay.
New raid, final raid. Archmond doing the business.
Really?
Big Arch is coming back. Archie is coming back. Get your Tears of a Loon ready. Slow Fall. Sorry I liked. Friend and died. Memories. Really hard that, wasn't it? Do you remember? When he started coming down, you had to press the thing and he didn't die. It's tough stuff. Wasn't it? Tough
button
stuff.
Press, mate, button press.
Because it was very quick.
It's not that.
You only had 10-15 seconds to react.
It's an additional button out of my comfort zone.
Oh, an extra binding.
Yeah.
Woo!
Not a fan.
Woo!
Not a fan.
So 6.2 is announced, and along with it, so what I'll tell you what it originally came out as when it was data mined. The ring.
You're playing on it so much now. Is it going to be that bad? Is it actually that bad?
Let me tell you what it originally did. The ring would, if you were on your own, it would give you a 10% flat damage buff all the time.
It's a bit boring, but
that's a correct word to use right there.
Yeah.
That would be a bit boring. However, if within your group, now from all guesswork, and it was guesswork, so if some people believe it's wrong, it's still guesswork. You as an Agi user,
right?
If within your group you had more Agi users,
yeah,
you wouldn't have a 10% buff forever. What you would now have, though, friend, is a 20%. If there was one extra Agi user, you would have a 20% buff. But sometimes, and it would pass between the two of you. If there was 3 Agi users, you would get a 30% buff.
When you say pass between,
it would just jump around.
No.
If there was 4 Agi users, you would have a 40% damage buff that would randomly jump around. If there was 5 of you, you guessed it, it's a 50% damage buff that can land on you at any point within about a minute and 10 seconds. And that's the prop, friend. That's what it does.
So it stacks damage with the amount of people using the same ring, but also shifts to that.
But also shifts, so it goes like...
How long does the buff last?
Well, it depends on how many people in your group, doesn't it, friend?
Well, no, like...
Are you trying to predict a random buff? Because that's crazy.
No, what I'm saying is, like, obviously it's a random buff, but how long's the duration of when you get it?
It seemed to be 12 seconds, I think. So at any point, any time, anywhere, so stay sharp, you could get 50% extra damage for 12 seconds. So give up everything you know about DPS, because it just got ruined by Blizzard.
Everything that you strive for.
Everything you've ever learned about DPS is
gone. Everything that you want to strive for damage meters and everything is just like completely out the window. Is it a random as in like, has it got like
We don't know because it was changed very quickly.
Thank fuck for that.
How did it make it off the drawing board? How did it ever make it into being written into the game?
It doesn't even make sense.
How did anybody sit in a meeting and go, good idea? What? Why is that a good idea, you fucking crazy bastard? Can you imagine pulls?
Well, oh my god.
Can you imagine
the 50% damage increase?
Changing how you play? Shall I blow my cooldowns? I haven't got my buff.
Exactly.
I'm just going to sit here and wait. Not me this time. You got it. Billy got it. Alright, I'll wait.
Pop your cooldowns, Billy.
You got it next. George. Alright. Me? No. Okay.
Can you imagine?
Oh, good. Bloodlust is over. Excellent.
Oh, yeah. Well, can you imagine it, though? The intensity of, like, playing it, of all of a sudden, like... I will say this, and I'm not saying any part of this is a good idea, but the feeling that you could potentially get where you had all your cooldowns ready for Bloodlust, it's the execute phase, and all of a sudden, you get 50% damage.
Exactly, it was lunacy.
Oh my god, but you are literally 1 in 5 people that's going to get good numbers.
Did you really like things like pushing yourself to maybe get rankings to compare yourself against the rest of the world?
Because it was...
Well, that's gone.
That's the thing, though. The thing about that is, it's personal growth. It's striving to do better purely based on your skill.
What do you do as a DPSer? You plan the fight. How long is this fight? Do we need Bloodlust at a certain point? When do we need this? Right, I'll time my cooldowns around it. Hi, Legendary Ring. Oh, okay, good. Let me just put all that knowledge about me being a better player, let me just put that under the table for now, and let me sit and wait and hope for the best.
But people
every
will do it as well.
Time.
Regardless of who has that buff, and you would still...
Mathematically, they're correct to do that.
But
why would
that's
you
what I'm saying.
cooldowns?
You'll get Bloodlust phase. Bloodlust will pop, but people will not blow their shit because they do not have that buff.
50% damage is way more important.
Of course it is.
Way more important. It was unbelievable. And honestly, I'm not even going to lie. People thought I was exaggerating this, and I told my guild. The day after that came out, it was... Let me move over. Sorry. The day after that came out, there was a Skype call between some very big names, and I was in it. And it was basically DPSers... World top DPSers were like, we're leaving the game. And I couldn't blame them. And I felt the same way. I'm like, I don't want to play a DPS class ever that has to live in that world because it's ridiculous. It's crazy. And the next day it got changed. But how did this happen? I read it for the first 2 minutes. I was like, I can instantaneously, without even going for a shit to think about it, a million problems with this idea. Why? Why would you do this? And so it got changed.
Now you know how I feel about Azeroth choppers.
You're
finally on my level.
I'm just sat in a call with people who are like, so will it do this? Because we were asking questions. Like, what if it's not, you don't get debuffed in a way so you can't get it again? So there's 5 of you in a group. And then it goes, me, you... But because it's on me now, can it possibly jump back to me? So it can go like
internal global cooldown.
Yeah, so it can go like me, Andy, me, George, me, Billy, me, over and over. Could it do that? Can that happen, or does it go like? Does the first pull decide the order?
And you're the guy that doesn't get it like 8 times in a row.
Well, exactly. Can you be a guy who just doesn't get this buff? Am I just buffing someone else with my ring? The other one was, what if you've got an odd or even amount of strength and agi users? Do you then start saying a mythic raid is 4 groups of 5? Do you then start going, well, now we need 5 groups at least to make sure all the strength users are in one, all the agi users in another, all the intellect users? If we've got 7 intellect users, who doesn't get a 50% damage buff? Do we then put them in a separate group, or what the fuck? Do we put them in the strength users? And like raid leaders were like, I don't know how to work this. What if we've got a really serious pull, like fire mages? And everyone said that, what about the fire mages? Because they have an obnoxiously large pull burst.
Yeah.
I'm talking nearly fucking 300k DPS I've seen regularly from our fire mages. If they don't get it on a progress pull, we might as well wipe.
Yeah.
Because that is so much damage. You're talking an extra 50%. 450k DPS from 2 people. How can you not want that on a progress fight? So reading this was just hilarious. So it got changed, friend.
Okay. Has it been revealed what it is actually changed to?
Yes!
Is it good?
Make sure your face is looking this way.
Which way?
That way. The new, the legendary, unique.
Alright, here we go.
You finished your quest. You farmed them rooms. You farmed them stones and did those interesting quests. You have been rewarded with a ring, friend. This ring has an on use now. You can click it.
On use.
On use. Well, we're okay with on use because we can line that up with other things.
Yeah.
However, it's a 2-minute on use. If you click your ring, activates everybody's in the raid.
What?
And gives everybody a 25% damage buff.
Does it put everyone's on cooldown?
Yes.
So one person will put everyone's ring on cooldown.
There's 3 different types. There's the healer one, the tank one, and just DPS. So if you press your DPS ring, every DPS ring in the raid activates and goes on cooldown.
Do you know what? I'm going to be completely, probably not giving you the reaction you expect. I think that's so cool. Wow. I'm not even joking.
Why?
I'm not even joking. I think, do you know what?
I am shocked.
I do not mind that at all. I think that is such a cool idea.
I think it's so boring.
But yeah, it's boring.
I think it's outrageous.
Can you not imagine it though? Like, just the value of it. But if it had an obnoxious like glow or something like that.
Wait. Well, now here's the thing. This is the discussion we had.
Cool idea.
There's obviously an idea going around that this is a group. It had to, whatever this ring had to do. Now, what really bothered me about this, and it should bother you too, is we are about to get these rings. Blizzard didn't know what they were going to do. That's fucking retarded.
What do you mean?
They didn't know what the proc was. They're about to come out. And they've had to change the proc because they didn't know what it was going to do. Now think about that for a second, and that's fucking scary. That they're like, well, what we have in next expansion, a legendary ring, what does it do? I don't know. We'll work it out on the day. We'll do it live. How do you not know months in advance that's going to do that?
Everyone fucking hates that. I like it. I don't give a shit.
Well, it has its issues, but
if you're splitting DPS for different purposes during a raid encounter, I can see the issue.
The main issue is 3-minute versus 2-minute cooldowns. Because if you've got 2-minute cooldowns, like me, it works great. If you've got 3 minutes, not so much.
Sorry, I probably weren't paying attention. The ring cooldown is 2 minutes.
2 minutes. You can use it every 2 minutes.
How long does the buff last?
12 seconds, 15 seconds, something like that.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's not... I'll get into it in a minute because some people are raging. I was thinking maybe you would... I honestly thought you might be a little bit like, that's fucking retarded. But it's not as bad as people seem to think it is.
Right.
It's actually just really boring and not interesting.
I don't even think it's boring,
man. My feeling on this whole idea is, they did the graphical portion of this ring. And I was talking to a guy in my guild about it. Way before they knew what it was going to do. They just knew it was going to be group-based. And I almost guarantee, and I'll fucking step up now, and if it's not true, fine, I look like a dick. This has some ridiculous graphical component to it.
Is it good?
We don't know what it is yet. But because every iteration, because it's been through 3 or 4 iterations now, to keep altering the wording and stuff, has always been group-based. Do you know what I mean? It's always been like, one ring does something to everybody. And it's like, it moves between the group, it does this, or now it's raid-wide. I guarantee when that ring activates, something fucking crazy happens.
I bet it's good.
But it won't be as good as some of the ideas we had after getting into that, which is like I was talking to Guild. So if it either makes you big, makes you glow, makes the road... You know, like Bloodlust makes everyone go big, and it looks pretty cool. So something along those lines. We were saying, which would be better, because there is a problem, and I feel for those guys. If you've got 3-minute cooldowns, you obviously miss out on a usage. Mm-hmm. But your 3 minutes are more powerful, and that tends to be alright. And it's assuming that you use the ring on cooldown every single time, which in progress rating, not really a thing, unless it's like Gruul. Okay, so reality speaking, real talk, yes, on some fights it will suck for 3-minute cooldown users, but it's not that bad, because in reality, it doesn't really work that way in terms of DPS, unless you're doing LFR or whatever, but that's not what it's for. We were saying, instead of having all this argument and rage about, well, I've got 3 minutes, so I'm kind of fucked over a little bit by this, and they are, in some situations, at 2 minutes, why don't the rings, like, do something like summon a dragon, or summon a monster together? that scales with the amount of people that do it.
I like that.
That would have been so much better. I doubt anybody would give a fuck,
that.
right? So if you activate the rings, light shines to the center of the room or whatever.
Or they just connect to each other.
Or they all connect in like a big chain wheel effect.
And the center of the connection. Oh my god.
It's a fucking monster or something.
Well, good idea.
Like something to aid you, so you can pop fucking, it's talking out of turn, but Ragnaros or something. Or some sort of cat guy.
Or even, I know that you mean like, that is a fucking amazing
idea. That'd be so much better.
But even as something as standard as, it opens a portal and like reinforcements come through.
And it could be random, as long as it does the same damage, so it's not like a big deal.
That is a fucking amazing
But it could
idea.
just, even if it was a giant Monty Python foot, that would be fucking hilarious as well if it just went poof and just slammed onto something.
Yeah.
But because you're obviously going to line this thing up with DPS cooldowns, so it's no different. As much as people are raging about it, for me, it's 25% damage, which I can't think of anything more boring in my life.
It should be more novelty.
Well, yeah,
it should have your base stats. It should be a big upgrade. It should have your base stats. But if it had something that was more visually appealing and novelty, it would be better accepted.
It would be more legendary. And it wouldn't piss anybody off.
It's a really good idea.
It just wouldn't piss anybody off at all, would it? Nobody's going to be asked like, God, this really kind of makes my class feel a little bit weaker than it should do, blah, 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 blah. There'll be none of that.
Yeah.
It'd just be something really cool that happens. And you can have it different for normal, heroic, mythic, and all that kind of shit. You could just have a random
I'd even
monsters
like it if you like the Horde or the Alliance. When you hit it together, it opens a portal and a load of just like footmen run through it like a portal.
Like a stampede of men.
Just like reinforcements type thing that either lasts for a certain amount of time. Well, yeah, it'd have to be it lasts for a certain amount because if it was
they'd all have to be equal. They'd all have to be. It couldn't be a random buff. It couldn't be like you could get haste. You could get something.
No,
it couldn't be like that.
I mean, like it'd have to be a time-based event because you couldn't give him HP. No way could you give him HP because it'd just fucking kill him. But imagine that though, you activate all the rings together, it does open a portal and just a fucking... You could even put a sound file in of like a fucking army of people like shouting as they come through it type
Could be anything like that.
Or it could, like you say, it could just be like a great big fucking guardian.
How many doors have you opened by just saying, why does it not do something like that?
That is a
That's not going to piss anybody off.
I never would have thought
And the
that.
healer one could do something similar where a guy comes in and he fucking shields everybody.
Or like a big fucking celestial drake or something like that.
Exactly. And it could have been so fucking simple.
That is
And it could have been graphically over the top.
Yeah.
It could have been anything you wanted it to be that would not have pissed anybody off at all, unless it bugged or something. It's like, oh well, we were doing a pull and it fucking bugged or whatever. Like
that's a fucking amazing idea.
Instead, what we got is 25% damage. So, reality speaking, people are like, well, it's amazing. It's not. I couldn't give two shits about it now. Because every fight, somebody will be the fucking ring bearer, who's the activator. That's it. So that falls to one fucking guy. And basically, it'll be like, when do we use the rings here? Right, fine. And nobody will give two shits about it after 2 days. Because it will just be a thing. Oh, my shadow bot goes from 1,000 now to 1,250. Yay. It changes nothing in your gameplay. Alters nothing at all. You'll just have a different number on your damage meter. And that's it.
Everyone's checked out in terms of like creativity, don't
I understand why it's got to be boring. Because you give it to fucking everybody. So it has to be boring.
But that's the thing is though, if you heighten the novelty fact of it, where it doesn't do as much as a boring base stat, everyone can have it. But maybe if it had criteria, you need at least 3 people in your party to activate it or whatever. But I fucking love that idea of the rings coming together to summon something. That is an absolutely amazing idea. And I can't even imagine it being that hard to...
No.
Like, even if they don't link together because of some sort of
which would be extra awesome.
purpose.
They could just go completely overboard with the graphical tension of it. And you could obviously turn it off if you've got a weaker PC.
Yeah.
But whether or not it was fucking lightning was shooting everybody, or whether it just opened this weird void tear and a fucking demon of death comes down or something.
Oh, that'd be good.
But you can
Like
see
Titan,
that all we've done there
Titanfall,
is
mate,
open
where
a
it
door and
lands.
say, literally, what do we want to bring into the world? Let's have something fucking cool happen. Why not?
It'd be good as well if it changed like every time.
That's what I'm saying. You could have 5 or 6 different random ones that all do the same thing.
They all do the same thing, it's just visually different.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, and nobody...
But how happy, as shit as, like, even if their damage did next to nothing, how happy would that make people? In every category. In every...
Especially
LFR
if
raiders,
you scaled it. So
raiders.
5-man, because obviously if you have 5-man, it summoned something smaller, but still very effective. And then 10-man, you got slightly bigger, and then obviously you'd want either 20, as soon as it hit 20 and went to Mythic and upwards, that you got the really cool guys. But even in a 5-man, you still summoned something fucking cool that did something.
Well, that could be it though. Like even the scale of it, like in a 5-man, you could summon a small number of reinforcements. In a raid, you summon a big fucking beast that comes and helps you of whatever category. Oh man,
exactly. It
I
was so
absolutely
fucking.
love it.
I just felt it was after talking. I mean, that's not my idea straight up. We got into talking and we came up with these ideas between us. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I sat there and why don't you just do this? We were talking about it all day because we were just everyone was just so deflated. It's like, well, I've got to get it because it's 25% damage buff and I'm raiding. Why wouldn't I get it? But I couldn't give two shits about it because one, I won't be in control of it. I have a legendary ring that I am not in control over at all. And outside of proper raid content, it's practically useless. If I go into a random group, no doubt some dipshit will be popping it at fucking...
Of course you will.
You know what I mean? And you can only imagine, in an LFR, people can't work out why you shouldn't bloodlust 30 seconds after the fight starts. Then God knows when it'll be fucking... Oh, we're about to pull. Ring!
You're not even going to get to the pull.
I'm waiting for people with the countdown. 10, 9, 8, ring. I'm ready to fight. Runs out. Let's go. But yeah, I mean, I'm not that interested in that kind of thing. But it could have been so easily solved.
Yeah.
And been interesting. And just make it do something cool.
Ron Burgundy appears and flute solos the bot to death.
Even if it just mimicked people. Like it doubled the raid, with mirrors. And they all started jumping on it like the anthill mob. I fucking love that, wouldn't you? If they all if a shadow version or a mirror version
that's
of you
it.
jumped out.
That's it. They could even cater it to classes. Like if you were like...
if you get into a mage, you got some sort of mage character.
Exactly, but rogues, they could loads of little vanishes appear, like rogues jump out of the fucking shadows and then they melee them and shit and jump back out again. How fucking cool would that be?
I think that'd be really difficult for the encounter. They'd have to come out of nowhere, wouldn't they, really? But that works.
But it'd be, oh man, even fucking warriors and shit like that. Like you could have dude, for a tank, you could have a fucking phalanx that basically does nothing apart from the animation, but it gives a defensive boost to the tank.
What if it splits you to 6 times?
No, not you, not you. But
that'd be really
the summon is it summons them all. Like they don't have to be in a line, but they form a line when they come in, and it stands next to the tank.
That's what I was saying. So you click it, and then suddenly you just have loads of guys appear next to you with shields.
They'd be well good. The shield just went.
That's what I mean. If they had that, where the guys appeared and just went.
That's it. Exactly.
That would be fucking badass as shit.
Good.
That would be so awesome if it just formed this little fucking phalanx wall. That would be cool as shit. That would be so much better. The tank one's really boring, and it's like splits damage with your friend.
No, it will never summon soda popping. No one will ever get a ring.
I've got the ring. Well, we spent a long time on that. So
because it was a cool. This is what I want. I need a fucking job. I need a voice. Like I say, just say, look.
We even a voice. We've got a fucking web show.
No, I want actual fucking. I want power.
I want power.
I want power, unlimited power.
Well, there's loads more WoW stuff to talk about, but it has been an hour, so we're going to take a quick break.
But no, look at it though. Just I'm stuck. Say that if I was that guy in the office, some guy at one side says okay, we're gonna have the 5 rings. The first proc was bullshit. We're gonna have it. One person activates it. Everyone in that category gets a buff, and I'll say, do you know what? That's a lot better. Then someone says, or the rings activate, and all the DPS basically their rings animate, and it actually spawns in some sort of creature or a number of small creatures that assist you. It's not gonna do a lot of damage. But the actual visual of it and the worth of the ring will exponentially increase. That.
I just had the idea of a warlock doing it and the sky literally rains infernals. Because, it reminds me of Hyjal when the infernals start coming, you can see the meteors coming.
Yeah.
It was very cool. I love it with the ring. And then, because they have that thing that changes the skybox to different colours. You've seen that, right, in the game? You click a thing and it changes the sky to red or to purple or something for everybody.
What's that?
What's them items called, guys? You know what I'm talking about. There's items in game that changes the colour of the sky. If the warlocks did it, all went purple, and then the rains, because that's already in game. That exists now. You can change the skybox for everybody around you and change the colour, so it goes red. I think it goes red and.
Wouldn't that be a problem from computer? No, the thing is though, not for computer part at all. But I mean, we're talking about this idea that we'd want. You don't have to have it. Void Totem. You don't have to have it as massively flamboyant as we'd all want it to be, but you could still have it whereas your character's just a simple pixelated fucking beam links the rings together, or they join to a point and it opens a portal.
Do you remember Hagara in Dragon Soul, you had to stand in the line and the electricity shot all through everybody.
Exactly.
It's already in game.
That electricity effect, you could even have that. It makes infinite amounts of sense.
Yeah. All these things exist in game.
It's using...
The thing is, it just would have stopped any argument because people are being like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's all you want out of your legendary items, is to do something really cool, that's all. What's it called? Totem something. Void Totem? There we go. Oh, shit. So if I use this... See?
Oh.
How good would that be?
Oh.
That's already in game. It's already a thing, and it does it for everybody.
Where'd you get that from? I don't play anymore. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Innkeepers, but that shit's already there, so you can have the whole. You see the screen's purple now.
Yeah.
So you can have that in game that everybody turns purple.
Nice.
You know what I mean? See, it just seems so easy a fix. That's what's bugged me about it. All I'm dealing with is some people who are really pissed off because they use 3-minute cooldowns, blah 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 blah. All that, all that kind of stuff. Where it's like, why bother? Why make it so boring and do that kind of stuff? But you don't understand numbers are fun. Yeah, I get it. That's the sarcasm thing of it, isn't it? Yeah, but you do more damage. But it's a flat bonus for everybody. Who gives a fuck? It will just be... It's like you just buffed me by 25%. I couldn't give a shit. I don't even have my numbers on screen if I can.
It actually annoys me now that what's actually going to happen is massively different from that idea that's just...
Well, we've got sharks to talk about yet.
Sharks?
We'll be back soon.
Sharks?